Have you ever wondered why some people seem to achieve great success in all areas of life, in their relationships, transforming their body, or completely changing their business or their financial situation? Yet many people, in fact, most people, just struggle to really make lasting change. Well, I believe that the idea of this lasting change comes from a concept of be, do, have. And really what that means is we need to become the person who is capable of achieving the thing we want. But you see, we live in a world where people are looking to change their results. They're looking to improve their circumstances in some way, but they're not willing to do the internal work. And it's the internal work, it's the embodiment, it's shifting our identity and becoming a new person that is the foundation to actually create lasting change in our life. And so in this video, I want to go over the concept of be, do, and have. And then I want to give you some actionable insights and some steps that you can follow so that you can start to reflect in your own life and maybe apply some of this to your situation. Hey everyone, my name is Paul Wadsworth. I'm a certified life coach and I love helping people get out of their own way. If you're new around here, give us a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and I really appreciate that. So the concept of be, do, have really states that in order to create and to live the life that you truly desire, first, you must become the person who is capable of achieving that life that you actually want. So if you can imagine yourself the best version of yourself, the confidence you have, the energy, how you show up day to day, this is the ideal version of who you want to be. This is the being. You need to get really clear on what that looks like for you. Then obviously, once you embody that, you get clear about it. The doing part is, okay, what actions does this type of person perform every day? What are their habits? What are the uncomfortable things that I need to do that are different that's going to get me to the results that I want? And then obviously when you can embody that and you can take the actions, then the having part comes naturally. Whereas again, most people are trying to change the end result, but they're not willing to do any of the internal work, because when they hit a sign of discomfort, they find some obstacles along the way. They think, this isn't for me, or they make excuses, or self-sabotage kicks in, or whatever it might be, or fear. And ultimately, we stay stuck. Bob Proctor used to talk about this a lot, talking about the paradigm shift and how our paradigms control us. And he used to describe it as the terror barrier. And it's when we want to get to that next level. And then all of a sudden, all of those things come up and stop us, the internal stuff. And it's about really trying to overcome that. And so now I want to go into some real ideas and steps that will enable you to get some insights on this and to reflect so that you can move forwards in your own journey. Albert Einstein famously shared that we cannot solve our problems with the same level of thinking that created them. And how I relate that quote to this video topic is that, in order to change something in our external world, we have to upgrade ourselves. We have to increase our awareness. We have to increase our knowledge and really become a different person on a core level. And so the first step with this is awareness. Awareness is always the first thing. It's about identifying what are our blind spots? Where are we currently at? Being honest with ourselves. And then we're trying to seek clarity. Because if we're talking about the being, the doing, and the having, who is it that we actually want to be? We need to be really clear on that. What are the daily habits? What are the emotions we feel? What does the life look like? What does the dream, the goals, all of that stuff? And a great way to look at this is the vision, the purpose, and the goals, or the what, the why, and the how. Having a crystal clear vision of the life you want or the goals that you're trying to achieve. Understanding your reasons behind them. What drives you? What leverage do you have? If you don't have enough leverage to make some of the changes, it's going to be really difficult. And I've heard various ideas on this that, we can get the drive internally from a positive frame of mind, or we can use negative emotions from the past and things that people have said to us or maybe done to us. And we want to use that as fuel to prove someone else wrong. But ultimately, whatever you can use as leverage is going to help you. And then obviously, once you have the vision and you have the big reasons, the why, the purpose, there's going to be the motivation that's going to drive you to get there. We want the actual specific goals, which is ultimately the A to the B. How do we get there? Now, I actually made another video in the past, which I'll share a link to where you can watch that. And this talks about the vision, the goals, and the step-by-steps, the daily habits of how you break down that big vision and to make it into a reality. Now, obviously, with all of this, there's going to be some things that come up at this point, and that's where we want to look at the obstacles. How can we overcome the obstacles? Now, more often than not, most of these obstacles are going to be the internal stuff. It's going to be the self-limiting beliefs. It's going to be the self-sabotage. It's going to be the fears. It's going to be the insecurities, the inner critic, the lack of confidence, whatever whatever it is, there's going to be internal stuff that stops you. And then there's going to be some external challenges that we can always find a way to overcome, hopefully. And once you've identified the obstacles and the challenges, then we can look at, okay, how can we overcome these? What things can we overcome? And how can we prioritize the lowest hanging fruit, or the thing that's going to help us move forward the quickest? There isn't really one single answer for this. It's going to depend on your situation. So I recommend taking some time to reflect, to journal, to meditate on it, and to be honest with yourself about this, to be truthful and see what is it that's actually holding you back. Once we've looked at removing the obstacles, as we've briefly mentioned already, you want to look at the motivations, find the things, the leverage, the things that are going to drive you, that are going to inspire you, that's going to help you take action and keep you moving forwards when times get tough. Because, when you want to change part of who you are, you want to change the results in your life, you want to achieve some big goals, you've got to get uncomfortable. You've got to break through that pattern. And this is one of the challenges with people that are into self-improvement, that want to grow, is oftentimes many of us have these problems from the past. We've overcome some kind of trauma or challenges, or we've had these setbacks, and it's given us some pain, enough pain to want to make a change. And then we get out of that discomfort and we find a new level of comfort. And sometimes we can settle into that comfort, and it's not exactly where we want to be, but it's not too painful anymore. And this is a dangerous place. So we need to get into the habit of breaking through this on a continuous basis if we want to grow and evolve. And we can only grow and evolve if we have a plan of how to actually get there. So once we have the clarity, we need to know where we're going, and we need to know how the hell we're going to get there. But I would say, first of all, the key thing is you just need to know what you want, and you need as much clarity, you need as much desire and drive and belief to actually make that happen, because the way will be revealed just through some of this process. And I remember Bob Proctor, I love that man. He shared with me before that you don't need to know the how at all initially. You just need to create a desire within yourself. You need to find what it is you love. What do you truly want in your life? And the way will be revealed throughout the journey. But if you do want some help on your journey, then you can download my free limiting belief blueprint, which I'll leave a link below this video. And this is going to help you identify the truth in your life. What is holding you back? What are the limitations, and how can we change that? And then once you've done that, you can watch my video on how to make your own audio affirmations. So key tip here is use your beliefs and then reverse them and create affirmations that are going to be empowering. And then you can listen to them every day, and you're going to start to slowly reprogram the subconscious mind and hopefully shift who you are at the core, along with some of the actions. So remember, it's the be, do, and have. If you've got any questions, I'd love for you to share them in the comments below. Thanks again for watching this video, and I'll see you real soon.